Here's your host, Dr. Eldred Taylor.
Hello. Good morning to everyone. I am Dr. Taylor, and this is Ageless Blueprint. And I'm Dr. Taylor, and my new name is the Spiritual MD. And if you haven't seen my other podcast where I tell a little bit about my story and my history, well, I'm the son of a Baptist minister, and I grew up in a Christian home, and I decided to go to medical school because I was interested in science. And so I have this kind of dual life that I'm interested in spirituality, but I'm also interested in science. And way back in the 1600s, this doctor named Rene Descartes, he decided that, yeah, there actually was a spiritual part of everyone, but there was also the body, and the body was just like a broken clock. And you could totally fix the body and you didn't have to worry about the spirit. And they let the church handle the spirit part. And then philosophy and medicine, they were only supposed to be focused on the body. Well, through my understanding, my recent understanding, you really cannot separate the two. Okay. In Chinese medicine, they honor the spirit, then they honor the mind, then they honor the body. Okay, so that's the last thing, because you have to start from the top down, not from the bottom up. So I'm going to bring back what Descartes separated. All right, so I'm the spiritual MD, right? And I started this Ageless Blueprint because when I went to Egypt in December, I really began to understand spirituality and how spirituality has been passed down through the ages. I mean, through thousands and thousands of years. It's like the humans have always wanted to believe in something higher than themselves. And I think that's what motivates the body. That's what makes the body want to do something, makes it want to have a purpose. So I think in order to live a full life, you have to bring those three things back together. We have to understand how the spirit controls the mind and how the mind controls the body. And so we want to have the right spirit. That gives us the right frame of mind. And then that gives us the right physical expression of all of those three. So what separates those three? Well, I think the primary thing that separates the body and the mind and the spirit is stress, right? We wrote two books. We wrote the book, Are Your Hormones Making You Sick? Talking about how a disconnect or imbalance in the symphony of hormones and how they work together, that causes a lot of problems. And then we began to understand that even if you fix hormones, if other things are out of balance, if there's other stressors, and it doesn't necessarily have to be an emotional stress, it can be a physical stress. And anytime your body is out of balance, it doesn't have what we call homeostasis. Your body sees it as a stress. Okay. So what we want to do is we want to understand stress. And that's what I had to do when I became interested in functional medicine, is that overall I had to understand stress. And now I think we wrote that book over 20 years ago. Now I see that it's really becoming popular, that people are talking about stress and talking about mental health. And so I'm happy that that's happening. I was trying to do that 20 years ago, but I didn't have these types of avenues to talk about this. So this is an old lecture that I've brought new again. I went around the country and the world talking to lay people and talking to physicians, trying to get them to understand the impact of stress.